Hey guys, it's Craig. The new Apple Watches are out and the holidays are approaching. If you're in the market to buy an Apple Watch, you might be thinking, do I go with cellular or GPS? I was someone who thought going cellular was dumb, but now I wouldn't go any other way. Let's look at the number one reason why I would go cellular and 10 everyday uses for a cellular version of the Apple Watch. If you haven't checked it out yet, I did make a video on 10 everyday uses for any Apple Watch. You could find the link to that video in the description, along with some Amazon links to some Apple Watches. And Amazon's a great place to look for Apple devices. You'd be surprised some of the savings you'll find there. So check out those links if you want to learn more. So I found with cellular Apple Watches, there's people that absolutely love it. There's people who are on the fence, do we go with it? I'm not sure. And then there's people who think it's completely unnecessary. I used to think it's completely unnecessary. You buy the Apple Watch, you pay $100 more because it's cellular, you then pay $10 to $15 a month for cellular service. Over the course of 3 years, you're paying about $1,200 with this watch. That sounded like a complete waste of money to me. But last year it clicked. What you're paying for when you buy a cellular Apple Watch is being able to disconnect. Now I know there's going to be people out there that are like, just disconnect, leave your phone at home. And for a lot of people, that's just not possible. So the Apple Watch with cellular gives you the tools you need to stay in touch with family, to get your work done, connect with friends, and not miss any of those important communications that you may need. A cellular Apple Watch lets you disconnect from all the distractions of a smartphone, but give you the tools to take care of your personal life and work life for communication, even checking emails, sending messages, really a lot of stuff you could do over cellular while leaving the iPhone at home. You think about it that way and you pay $10 to $15 a month to disconnect for your own mental health, to go on a hike or a walk without the phone there, and still have those tools that you need. That's definitely worth it to me. Now here are 10 things that you can do with the Apple Watch while on cellular and leaving your phone behind. Make sure to stay to the end. There's one big thing that's missing while on cellular that I think would make a huge difference. Number one, and probably the most important, is being able to make phone calls. Now you can make a phone call using the speaker that's built into the Apple Watch, or you can pair a set of Bluetooth headphones or AirPods to it and have a conversation that way. I found having AirPods in, the sound is great. I wouldn't be able to tell that I'm using a watch. Here's how you'd make a call. You have access to your favorites, recents, contacts, or you can use the keypad to dial in a phone number. Let me call my wife just to demonstrate.
Hello.
Hey, I'm recording a video and just needed to make a quick phone call with my Apple Watch.
Oh, hi.
Hey, that's all. So I'll let you go.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I was out on the hike with just the Apple Watch and some AirPods. Halfway through, my AirPods ended up dying. Well, my brother ended up calling me and we had a conversation. Since nobody was around, I don't want to be that person on speakerphone around other people. He didn't even realize I was just talking to him through the watch. And it sounded great. It wasn't annoying for either one of us. Just don't be that person who talks on speakerphone to your watch and annoys everybody else. Number two is music, radio, and podcast. For these, you are going to need a set of Bluetooth headphones. You can't listen to music using the speaker in the Apple Watch. You also can't use third-party services. Pretty much the only things you can do with an Apple Watch on cellular are Apple apps, but there are a lot of great tools, as you'll see. With the music app, you have the option to look for things within your library, check out your different playlist, or choose the Listen Now option. That's going to give you access to different things that you may have listened to, like my daughter's fart sounds and similar artist that she found funny. So you could grab your stations, or you can go through and look for some different things to listen to. With the radio, you're going to get your different stations here, and you're just different stations that you may listen to. You could browse some of the other stations or pick based on genre. With podcast, you can go through and see the different podcasts you subscribe to. Here is my buddy Ian Corzine, and now I could select my AirPods Pros, With the regular Apple Watch, you could download music and podcasts and leave your phone behind and play directly from the watch. I never download anything in advance, so having the flexibility with a cellular Apple Watch really is great, because who knows what I'm going to be doing through the day. I might go for a hike. I could just grab some music or a podcast. And number 3 is notifications. You'll get the notifications that you would normally get on your phone, but with a lot of them, you're not going to be able to respond to them. Now, things like messages and emails, you can respond to, which is really nice. So you can get a preview if those things are there, respond, or get back to that computer to take care of some business. Number 4 is mail. If you get a notification that email comes through, you can open up the mail app, take a look at that email, choose to respond to it if you want, delete it. It's really easy to respond using dictation. Typing up an email to try this out over cellular with my Apple Watch, period. I find it's great for those emails that you have to respond to quickly, or maybe it's one of those ones that's just a little short email. You answer it quickly and it's off your plate. Here's one that I'm sending to myself, typing up an email to try this out over cellular with my Apple Watch. Now I can send it and it's off, and there's my mail. So if you do have to respond to mail, there it is, just came in. Dictating emails is very quick to do, and it's a great way to be able to respond while disconnecting from your phone. Number 5 is messages, and messages are great. You can send over cellular iMessages, SMS messages, and MMS messages. Really, to be able to dictate out a message quickly is very convenient. Hey honey, dictating a message to show how you can send text over cellular on the Apple Watch, period. Love you, period. I respond to a lot of messages using dictation because it is so fast and easy. Number 6 is Siri. While on cellular, Siri is still available and very helpful for interacting with the phone over cellular, such as responding to those messages using dictation, or asking for directions to somewhere and loading a map up. Directions to Starbucks?
Which Starbucks?
And getting walking directions, I guess, because I'm looking it up on my watch. Only 26 minutes for 1.3 miles. You can make calls with Siri and so much more. Now, I wouldn't consider Siri the brightest smart assistant, but it's not bad when interacting with watchOS, macOS, or iOS apps. I find everything's very responsive and accurate in those situations. But you want to search for something, good luck with that. Number 7 is the Home app. With the Home app, you can trigger scenes and your devices right from the watch. Maybe you need to remotely unlock the door for someone, or you realize that you left the lights on. All that stuff you can access if you made it one of your favorite scenes or favorite accessories on your iPhone. I can connect to my camera from my watch, and now I'm seeing a live view of my backyard. Controlling your smart home from your wrist on cellular, potentially in the middle of nowhere without a phone, is pretty cool. Number 8 is reminders. You can continue to access reminders or create new reminders over cellular. I love reminders. I keep track of things I need to do through the day. I use it to jot down ideas, and I sync my shopping list with my wife. So if something pops into my head on a hike that I need to remember, just jot it down in reminders. Number 9 is Apple Pay. Apple Pay will work on non-cellular versions of the Apple Watch, but I think it's such a great feature that it's worth bringing up here, especially now with not wanting to have contact with certain surfaces with everything going on. It's nice being able to use Apple Pay, but if you use Apple Pay from your phone, if you have a mask on, the Face ID doesn't recognize you. The Apple Watch, you've already unlocked it because it's on your wrist. So a double tap on the side button will bring up your credit cards for Apple Pay. You select one, you stick it over the reader, no touching anything. Very convenient. I'm glad that works with or without a phone. Number 10 is the health apps. This is another one that works on cellular or GPS models of the Apple Watch. But since fitness tracking is a huge feature of the Apple Watch, I think it's good to mention it in this video so you know that you don't need your phone to take advantage of tracking your workouts, to be able to access the different workouts. Don't know what happened there. I totally lost my train of thought. Your activity app will continue to work and track your progress throughout your day. You can use the different workouts, especially the combination of GPS is great, and the compass for running around and doing some of these workouts. On the screen now are the different apps that work on both cellular and GPS models without the phone. So you see that between the cellular and the GPS apps, you do have a lot of stuff you can do without a phone. Now, let's talk about what the big thing is missing on cellular Apple Watches. It is third-party app support. So if you listen to audiobooks on Audible, you're not going to stream those over cellular. You only can stream Apple audiobooks. If you're a Spotify user, you're not going to be able to take advantage of cellular and stream Spotify. Not having third-party apps over cellular may be a deal breaker for some people. Just something to think about if you use a non-Apple service. Another thing to think about is the cellular Apple Watch is meant to be away from your phone for a certain period of time. Apple, when they do all their battery calculations, they're not doing a full day with this thing just being completely free of a phone. They're doing mixed use. I usually use mine for about 2 to 3 hours on cellular if I'm out for a hike, but I wouldn't expect to use it for 8 hours away from my phone and still get good battery life. Overall, the Apple Watch to me is about disconnecting from the distractions of a phone, but still having all the important tools that a cell phone offers. Being able to leave the phone at home is nice. It does feel weird to not have the phone in the pocket and know your phone is on your wrist, but it also feels very freeing. To me, that's worth the $10 to $15 a month. Do you use a cellular Apple Watch? Or would you get a cellular version? Next, make sure to check out this video over here. It has some great Apple Watch information that can help you out. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.